connect to everything. Oh my word. That intro gets better every time I see it. I don't know about you guys, but it's awesome. Awesome. Welcome to Jarhead Jabber. That's right. Carlos, Erica, how you guys doing?
Doing well. I can't be better. My Knicks won the World Championships. They beat
Knicks.
They beat those nasty things down in San Antonio.
It took you only like 10 seconds to get that in. That's pretty impressive, man.
You know,
he says Erica's in Texas, so go ahead and do it.
That's nice. That's nice. Oh, man, we're back. Jarhead Jabber. This is number what? 11? 11, I think.
11.
Yeah, man. Holy moly. That's just wild. 11 episodes already, and we're still going strong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
I mean, I do like, just to mention the introduction, I'm sitting here the whole time it's on going.
Yeah.
Jamming. Yeah.
It doesn't get old. It does not get old.
I agree. It's a nice intro, good tune, gets you excited, makes you want to go out and be a spy. Or no, not a spy. Not a spy. The opposite of that. Yeah. What is that? I don't even know.
Non-spy.
Non-spy. That's right. Man, I got to tell you, right now we're doing pretty good. We got 12 folks out there watching right now. We've already got one thumbs up. Joe D'Angelo Jr. gave us a thumbs up already. It's good to see you out there. Don't forget, everybody out there listening, you can comment. And you're going to want to comment on this one today. I'm sure everybody's going to have questions. So who's our special guest today, Carlos? What do we got going on, and what's going to be briefed?
Well, we have Jim Breen, who is the commandant of South Carolina, and apparently a very smart dude because he creates programs on the computer at the blink of an eye, and he was able to implement a new program that the Marine Corps League will start using and will be rolled out. Well, it's already live, but we're giving it what do you call it? We're giving it a time to get, implemented across the league itself. So
you got to give time for the education part, right?
Yeah, exactly. Education is very important. Very important.
It is.
Oh yeah, and it's a lot simpler than what we had before. So
hey, simple's good. I like simple.
We are Marines after all.
I mean, what is it? KISS? Keep it simple, stupid.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta love it.
Ain't nobody ever.
Hello. What is that call sign that she's got there at HDD1 2023? That's weird. That's a very interesting name there. Oh, maybe. I don't know. That was a good good one. You'll have to write down what that means. And hello to you. Let's see what Joe has to say. We use it in the military of the Devil Dog's Kennel. Okay. There you go. There you go.
See, we just got our education.
Yeah, we did. Man, dude, look at this, man. We bumped up. We got 17 of you guys out there listening, man.
Nice.
I'm telling you, Jarhead Jabber's catching some waves here, man.
Listen, we're doing, not to pat our own back, but we're doing a pretty good job. And you know, getting
away, man.
To all the getting ourselves out there to all the national, department wise.
True. Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, we keep getting the department commandants on, and then they hear about it and they keep pushing it out for us. So it's a good thing.
I'm just hoping during everybody's meetings, that they're putting out to their detachments that we're here, and then we have something to learn, something to share, and maybe they'd be on here speaking with us and teaching us something.
That's the plan. We got to get more chapters involved. We got to get everybody, more people involved in this whole thing, because there's people out there that's got a ridiculous amount of knowledge and skill sets that they could apply everywhere. And we need to get those people on here to kind of share the wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, that is Helen. I wasn't sure if that was Helen or not.
Underdog Designs. Oh, that's your company. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Helen. That's Jim's better half.
Yeah. She's been on here twice.
Yeah.
And, all right. I think so.
I'll let Jim tell it, but that's the reason for the program that he started. So.
Oh, okay. Even at least one of us dogs from the West Coast in California. Hey-oh.
Oh,
Alvarado over there. Okay. Yeah, there you go. We're all over the place.
Nice.
It's not nice. Okay, we got jokesters in the background. This is good. I talk about you guys whenever I can. Joe, you're the man. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
Nice.
All right, well, nice. Erica, tell us how you're doing over there.
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, this summer I drove my husband, and we went around through about 17 states up to Philadelphia, down to the south to Florida, all the way back over. And so my driving is done. My driving is 5,400 and some odd. Yeah, I'm done rolling on that one. Doing okay. It's humid. Anybody who knows me knows I hate humidity, and yet here I am on the coast. So it happens. We're doing good. Weather's good, raining like crazy, but hey, there are people who have it worse. So I'm just happy to wake up every day.
Dang, that's good attitude.
We had some crazy thunderstorms here too, which is nothing compared to what Stephanie goes through on a daily. But yeah, we've had some flooding and things like that, but it's all good, like you said.
Thunder buddies are necessary.
Thunder buddies. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh man. Mike Francis, woof woof. That's what he says. All right. Well, shoot. What do you guys say? What do you want to get started? We'll just jump in here. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna bring in. Wait, who's first here? Did we decide?
Barking dog.
Okay. All right. I got you. The barking dog will come in next. All right. Here we go. Hey-oh, there she is.
Woof, Marines. How are you doing tonight?
Woof, woof. Doing well.
I am seeing a lot of devil dogs over here in the chat. We have Chief on, the Honorable Senior Visor, Honorable Dog Robber. Seen some other names that I recognize from the military or the devil dog side on our chat. So that's pretty exciting to see so many dogs on tonight. Big shout out to everybody and a big bark. Woof, woof.
Yeah, man.
Year, so,
The dogs come out in full force, That's what they do.
I'd say we're a very motivated kennel. I see it a lot in the packs. I've recently started traveling again. My mini-me and I just traveled down to Missouri packs, Grand Growl, which was a great time. Shout out to them. They did an awesome job, very motivating. It is just so exciting to be able to be a part of the dogs, and we are always looking for new members, of course, very motivating. Meet your wickets. Yep, there's Rick Ledford, woof woof to you. And Mike Alvarado out in Cali, I believe. So we've got
That is
a few things
impressive.
going on. We have 12 packs left to have their grand growls over the next 2 weekends. All of our packs will have had their grand growls. We'll be getting their ROIs into the kennel. And so your pack officers throughout the kennel should be pretty stabilized after the next 2 weekends are done. Speaking of, these growls, when you are going to the Supreme Growl, we are going to need all the dogs that are registered right now to make sure they are registering with the Marine Corps League as well. So we apparently have a lot of motivated individuals. We have 145 PEDD advancement applications that are in right now, which is pretty awesome numbers. But apparently we don't have that many people registered on the league side of the house. So just a really nice, friendly reminder, if you are planning on coming to the Supreme Growl, please go ahead, go out to the league website. Make sure you register for the national convention. We need you to check in with the league before you come check in at the doghouse. And speaking of checking in, make sure you have your big bones ready. Correct change, unless you want to make a little donation possibly to the Children's Hospital. Go ahead and pass that off for our ops dog. He's always pretty strict about that one. And there's just a lot going on because there's a ton that happens at national. We are up to 92,000 right now that we will be donated to the Riley Children's Hospital.
Wow.
And we have 17,000 so far for the Indy Humane, but there is still 16 days left to donate. So when you are finishing up your grand growls of the pack, if you haven't had yours already, make sure if you are making a donation to either Operation Chowhound or the Children's Hospital Fund, you've got 16 days left to do so. Also, speaking of looking forward to the national convention, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person, but we have a kind of another weird event. It's going to be kind of a new transparency, but in July, the third Sunday of the month, at 1900 Eastern Standard Time, the chief is going to be opening up just to kind of give people, the dogs, kind of insight into how the kennel operates their staff meetings behind the scenes. So this is not to interact. It's open to any dog in the order. It is to just view what is going on in the staff meeting of the kennel. So we just wanted to put out that is the third Sunday of the month, and that's at 1900 Eastern Standard Time. So
there's a link that you're sending out for that.
I'm sure the Chief Devilog will be pushing that out since he has opened it up to the dogs of the order to kind of have just kind of sit back, see how your kennel staff is operating.
We're starting that this month?
No, that's going to be July. That's kind of a one-time thing before our national convention. And then we will be very excited. I mean, you're going to see what your kennel staff officers are preparing to run and operate at the Supreme Growl. This is kind of where we go through the logistics. You get to see what our reports are. You'll get to see me in my report and how I operate with my staff, kind of a rundown of that. You're going to see all your main officers give the reports in the staff meeting and just have a good insight and transparency of this is what happens. This is who we are. This is how your kennel is.
That's what I was going to say. That's transparency at its best.
Really got to give a shout out to Chief D'Angelo. He has done a great job of making sure that there is complete communication and transparency and how he's operating. And I think this is a big kind of, I don't know if this is a first, but it's a first that I know of this opportunity.
Nice.
Very much, yes. So
always good to know what the big dogs are doing.
I think, there's always questions. You always wonder. I wonder on, the Marine Corps League side, hey, what really goes on at the upper levels? How are things going in these behind, we know they're doing their jobs, but how are they doing their jobs? And
one of the differences I think is that the chief carries a big stick, so nobody's going to get out of line, but
That's there. True.
I just really think that this is kind of groundbreaking on the kennel side, and I'm excited that we are moving forward with new innovations and like using new technologies also under Chief D'Angelo.
Nice.
Did you just get clawed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you should join the military or the Devil Dogs. You don't have to worry about getting clawed.
There you go.
Mean, I'm just saying.
Dadgum cats.
Well, see, I always learn better when I'm watching something or listening to somebody. I mean, I can read. Yes, I can. But I enjoy watching and listening so much better. The retention is great. So that's awesome.
Right. And we have a lot of our, our whole elected staff right now after the passing of Chief Jones was technically an unappointed, they moved on. So our elected officers that's Supreme Growl are actually being elected. So that's also exciting news for everybody. And the Wolfogram is going to be published next month. Look at it for the beginning of the month. And then I will see you guys for one last, I don't know, what is it? Did we decide July's episode 12?
No, July. Oh yeah, July's 12. Yeah, you're
July's
right.
12 and the convention's 13. I think that was leftover from last episode.
Yeah.
Some basic math for Marines there.
I don't like your attitude right now.
If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be poking at you, right? That's what they say.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah,
so I like it.
You better be happy I'm poking at you. But that's kind of what I got, I think, right now at this point. And I'm gonna go back to our crazy weather today. Speaking of all the weather.
There'll be merch available at the National.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
There'll be merchandise available.
Yes, Wendy and Phil will have the not ship store, but the kennel store open. Yes. So I think this is actually going to be the shortest drive for them this time to a convention in recent time. So I think they're going to be able to be set up pretty quick and not have as many, hopefully. Well, they're not going to have as many miles to encounter any delays. Let's put it that way. So let's just hope they don't encounter a big delay this time now that I've said something.
Now you've jinxed it.
I know. I've started barking about it now that, yes, I jinxed them. I'm going to apologize in the past to Zamoras.
Be all right. Be all right.
Oh, man, that's great.
They're going to be, Steph, what happened? I'm sorry. I opened my mouth.
Well, it happens. What are you going to do?
Speak it into good weather, so don't worry about it.
You're hoping it's good weather, right?
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
So far,
it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Let's keep that up this weekend, right, guys? Knock on some wood.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure.
I got to tell you something, Steph. It's all because of you. We were up to 25 viewers all at one time just a second ago. Whoa. It was all because of you. So thank you for what you're doing.
I don't know if that's because of me. I do see a lot of dogs that, like I said, commented. So big shout out to all you dogs out there. Woof woof. And I can't wait to see everybody in person at the Supreme Growl.
An audience draw for sure. You're an audience draw for sure.
Yeah.
She's very organized and well spoken. She does her job very well. So good kudos to her.
Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate that.
Checks in the mail.
If only, right?
You know what? She's getting a big head now. You gotta knock her back down a peg, Cut her off. Get her out of here. I'm just kidding. You do a good job, and I appreciate you. I don't care what Carlos says about you. Okay, I appreciate you.
Oh man, I don't think it's Carlos. I think you're trying to self-project some issues onto him.
Whoa!
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
You know what? Say anything. I'm innocent.
Wow, I love it.
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to get you out here soon. I'm gonna be in the corner crying here in a minute.
AJ's like, man, she always takes shots at me, but it's getting heavy tonight. Ooh.
Shots fired.
Yeah, man,
when did Steph get some of those cat claws on her?
Man, I know. I wasn't just getting it from my cat. Now I'm getting it from you. Jeez.
Oh.
Man, I can't win for losing.
Ouch.
Well, you got anything else for us?
I just look forward to seeing everybody in these upcoming Grand Growls that we have this month, and look forward especially to August and seeing all these dogs go up for advancement. If you have not made any of your deadlines, make sure to check those out. Again, there's still a little bit of time, but not much. So make sure to get everything turned in, and look forward to seeing you guys next month on Jarhead Jabber, and then also at the Supreme Growl.
Sweet. All right. Hey, thanks. Appreciate
Great
you.
seeing ya.
Woof woof.
Woof woof.
I love it. I love it. Oh man, where's the button? She's still here. I gotta get rid of her.
Dang,
I can't.
Wow.
Man, I have got to work on my stuff here. Well, shoot. I think we ought to do something a little different tonight if you guys are game. I think we should do our comedy stuff now and get us oh, you know what? Mike Francis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. That's a fantastic, fine question you have, sir.
Haven't we been asking that since last year at the convention?
Yeah. Well, not at the convention, but it's been a while. They've been asking for a while. I'm just going to say that, yeah.
So are you more chicken than dog? Is that what you're telling us, AJ?
No, you got to, yeah, it's something. It's something. All right. Since Mike is giving me a hard time, I guess I've got to do something about this. I said that last time too, though, I think. Just eat a crayon, bub. You'll be okay. Well, I ran out of the green ones, so I don't know what to do. Anyways, let's see. What are we doing?
You said you were gonna do Maddie.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. I got to get to the right thing, man. I'm on it tonight. Whew. Man, oh man, here we go again. This daggum thing, it always comes up every time. He's hiding. Hold on, give me a second. I'm getting there.
Nobody puts Maddie in the corner.
Oh, nobody puts Maddie in the corner. TikTok, Maddie whack.
Hey, you guys before the show were talking about your notes. I got my notes ready to go.
Oh, nice. That's good. Good job, man.
I figured you'd enjoy that one.
It was good. Oh God!
Yeah, we just said we was talking about the Missouri convention, and I was all up in it. I was there the whole time. It was great.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we had a good time.
How long were you there?
I went up Friday night, did the auction. We raised a bunch of money for the event. Got up Saturday morning. I'm training for a triathlon, ran 6 miles, and then went to the convention. And this is while some adult drinks were being consumed tonight, and it was a good weekend.
That makes for a good run.
Was there a joke in there somewhere, or is that for real?
What's that?
Was there a joke in there somewhere, or is that for real?
No, that was serious stuff. That was serious stuff. I'm running something, I'm either running a triathlon or running my mouth, one of the two.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, you guys ready? We're gonna do a top 10 list again.
Top 10.
Oh, nice.
Top 10 list. Top 10 reasons why the Marine Corps is the best.
Oh, okay. All right.
Number 10. Because comfortable was never part of the recruiting pitch, but somehow we still all showed up.
Ooh, okay.
Accurate.
Yeah, because number 9, because good enough has never been an acceptable final answer.
Yeah.
Number
that
8
is good.
Marines can always turn absolute chaos into something that looks like kind of order, but that's usually right before an inspection.
It's our forte.
Yeah, no kidding. We're good. We're really good at that one.
Yeah.
Number 7, every simple task somehow turns into a full body building event.
Nice.
Number 6, you stop asking, why are we doing this? And start accepting, well, because somebody said so. And that's the law.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 5, sleep deprivation is not a punishment. It is an environmental conditioning. Number 4, you meet people who will absolutely roast you, but they'll also pull you right out of a fire without hesitation.
Yeah.
Top 10 reasons why the Marine Corps is the best. Number 3, the standards are high enough to make you mad, and later you realize that they were probably right.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 2, you discover your real limits and then get old enough to ignore them anyway. told that you were him anyway. I've been
I
able
feel
to read
that.
since the 12th grade. Really, I have.
I'm feeling that one.
Number one, because once you survive it, you don't take normal life seriously ever again. That's me. I wasn't like this before the Marine Corps.
Good one. Definitely.
That was good. Good top 10. I like it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. You brought it again.
Yeah, well, thanks. You know where the fashion capital of the Marine Corps is?
No.
Paris. Island.
So true. You're so true.
You know what the difference between deployments between the Air Force and the Marine Corps is?
A hotel?
The Marines count their bullets and the Air Force count their hotel rewards points.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it.
Oh, funny.
Hey, I want to tell you a joke. Can I tell you a joke?
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard this joke. I think it was last week sometime. Anyways, there's an Air Force guy. He comes up and he tells me, you know how the Marine Corps is ooh-rah, the Army's hoo-ah, right? The Navy's hoo-yah. Do you know what the Air Force's is?
What?
4. That's pretty good.
Their hotel rewards points, probably.
That's right. That's right.
Both so accurate.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Good stuff. You got any more, man? Come on.
Well, I mean, let's start having a conversation when I come up with something. So
okay. Well, let's look at what Joe says. He said the last time he was on the show was when he was telling me to do it. That was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
And you said you would.
I'm still. I will. I'm still working on it. Don't get an attitude. Just get it done. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
He's the pro and procrastinator. That's what he's doing.
That's right. I'm a procrastinator. Woof woof and Semper Fi. And then we got True Story.
That was a good one. Love it.
Oh dang! I can't keep up. They're coming so fast, man. Woof woof.
Hey Dave.
Smiley face. I thought the Air Force motto was "Go Greyhound and leave the driving." Nice. Oh man.
Marine muscles are required. Intelligence not essential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that muscle.
Guns.
What else you got? You got anything else for us, man?
Well, you know, I told you I was going to do that triathlon.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride a bicycle. At the end of that, I'm going to be too tired.
Oh my God. That one was good. That was a good one.
Yeah. Dad joke.
When is that?
Triathlon. This isn't a joke. Triathlon was actually started by a couple Navy, or actually 3 Navy SEALs in Hawaii, and that's why they always hold the Ironman championships in Hawaii. One of them was a cyclist, one of them was a bicyclist, one of them was a runner, and they always argued which was the hardest event to do. So they decided to start doing all 3 in one event, and that's how triathlon got started, right? So
okay,
triathlon has Navy roots because these were Navy SEALs that were doing that.
Wow,
They actually experimented for a while. I know we're getting way off track. They actually experimented a while with putting the swim last, right? Because they thought after running and biking, you jump in the water and swim and it'd feel good. But then they started having a lot of near drownings. So they moved that back up to the front. So the traditional triathlon goes swim, bike, run. But yeah, there's some trivia for you about triathlons.
And when is your triathlon?
It's 28, which is in 2 weeks. It's the San Diego Triathlon. So I ran through all the events at the distances I'm going to be doing yesterday. So I went out and I rode, I swam a mile. I did the 24-mile bike ride and the 6-mile run yesterday, just to see how I would do. And I did it in 3 hours and 17 minutes. So
wow, is that good?
Yeah,
I don't know.
For a guy my age, yeah, that's good.
He finished.
I mean, because I would have
yeah, there you go.
round trip and fall. Those would be my 3 events.
Yeah, but I got my Marine Corps gear ready to wear in the triathlon, so I'm going to be ready.
Ooh,
rough.
Nice.
Representing.
Nice. That'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Be good
I'll be
times.
that
Drinking and
last
thinking
guy
about
with,
you.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
Well, when you come back next time, make sure you have your trophy for first place. And yeah,
no participation trophies allowed.
Yeah.
no participation. First
No
place.
I'll get first place in something. I'm not sure what it'll be. But
For
First
me, it
place
would
and
be
finishing last.
for mine would be first place, the first and last place. That would be
There
me.
you go.
Place.
Hey, everybody's got goals. Everybody's got goals.
Hey,
if you're not
Sure.
first, you're last.
oh man, good stuff. Good
Thanks.
stuff. All right.
Thanks,
Well,
Matt.
you did a heck of a job. Thanks, Matt. You always bring it. I appreciate you.
And good luck. Good luck in the triathlon.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Good thoughts.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good one, man. Thank you. All right, man.
Hey,
We're moving right along here.
we should ask him to pre-record next month's topic.
Oh yeah.
In case he doesn't make it.
Oh God.
That's wrong, Carlos. That is wrong.
Wow. You have such faith in him. Hold on.
Just saying.
That was Carlos. Trust me.
I'm only thinking about
He's pulling the guns out.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. You got it. I'll resend
Nice.
that, Mark. We can edit that out. That's fine. You know.
It's live, man.
No, we can't.
Nice.
I have to. Bring
Well,
a bodyguard now when we go
Carlos,
to
good luck. Good luck when we get to national. I don't
nationals.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I gotta get a bodyguard when we go to nationals now.
Yeah.
you have noticed that my vest for the Devil Dogs is actually a martial arts gi, right? With a black belt.
I did kind of see that, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
What's
There's a
the black
reason
belt
for that.
in?
I'm Puerto Rican and from New York. You know, you come out with all that, and I just come out.
Indiana Jones.
There you go.
Pew, pew.
All right, man. Well, hey, Matt,
man.
again, thanks.
All right, man.
You always
Good luck.
find TikTok
Seriously.
Matty Whack on the Ticker Talkers. You can also find him where else?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
There you go.
Wow.
He's everywhere.
Yes.
So go watch him.
Including triathlon.
Blow him up. All right. We'll try not to talk bad about you this time.
Bye, Matt.
See ya.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Carlos, that was good. That was good.
I figured, you know, I'm following good steps. Stephanie let it off, so you know, I figured right,
Well,
Yeah.
right in. You know, it's going to be one of
agreed.
those episodes.
Yeah, we're there. We're there, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's just bring on our guest for this evening. This is going to be good. You were introducing him earlier, Carlos, so I'll let you go ahead and do the honors as I pull him up in here. And
All
then,
right. So coming up now, we have Commandant of the Department of South Carolina, Mr. Jim Breen. And he'll be talking to us about the new rollout of MC Link, right? MC Link?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
How we all
We're
doing
casual, we're casual here.
Yeah. Well, I have.
That good
Yeah,
old
it's
Southern
just it's
song,
one of
right?
those. It's one of those things with having to deal with teenager parents and all that kind of stuff. So you just and that and honestly, it probably more comes from the fact that I'm just terrible with names. So if you're sir or ma'am, I don't have to worry about it.
Ma'am, there you go.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember names to save anything. So
So Jim, I didn't want to give your story away, but tell us how you came up with and why you came up with MC Link.
well, it started with the dogs. I actually started on the dog side with the MODD 2 years ago, about that, and we built a system called the Kennel Management Application. We struggled with things like getting rosters and just different information that the pounds need to basically run the pound. So, and our division vice chief for our area was not strong on computers. So, and it was his job to give us a roster, so that just wasn't going to happen. So I at that time, it was the senior vice chief, Jeff Jones, and my wife and I had gone back and forth with North Carolina quite a bit, so we'd had a lot of time to spend in talking to him, and started talking to him and just let him know I could do certain things with the computers and databases and those types of things, and it just it kind of snowballed from there. I started putting together something so we could do a ROI, a report of installation, and I went to Department of Georgia, or Georgia PAC, because it was dog side, but I had an ROI system set up so we could do it digitally. And the idea behind it was, instead of us having to type in a whole bunch of information that we already have, how about if we use the information that's in the database and pull it from there? So I made a system where we could put in the tag numbers for the dog, and it would pull up the name and the address and everything else that was required on the form. We tried it out at Georgia PAC, and Jeff was there, and he liked what he did. We did some little scribble electronic signatures and all that kind of stuff on an iPad. And cool, that was a pretty good test. Great. So I went home, and Monday, that following Monday, he calls me up and says, "Can I have that in North Carolina next week?" I was like, well, I wasn't planning on going to North Carolina next week, but sure. We'll make that happen. So that's really how it started. And then from there, people started seeing it. It was really just a way to do, initially just doing ROIs, because I know on the dog side we had trouble getting ROIs, and on the league side we do as well. So it started from there, and people started seeing different things, so they started asking for new stuff, and from there it ballooned. So at the Supreme Growl last year, Chief Jones made the announcement that the KMA was mandatory across the kennel, and all paperwork would be submitted through the KMA.
Nice. And is that so? That's how it's going to be rolled out for the league side.
Yeah, well, yeah. So in California, I was going up for my PDD. Originally, I never really intended to get my PDD because I'm probably about as straight-laced as you're going to find. I don't like initiations and things like that. So, Andrew, don't worry about that. But in order to work on the things that I wanted to do, I had to be a PDD. So, because you have to be a PDD, be on the kennel staff. So I talked with Mad Dog, made some arrangements, and found a solution that worked for me so I could have my PDD or achieve my PDD and work on the programs that we're working on. I talked to Chris Saldana, who's on the chat here, and we were able to pass some ideas back and forth a lot, and I let him see what I could do, and because they were actually working with something else on the dog side, but once we started rolling it out, I learned from the fiasco that happened a few years back, where everybody kept talking about, you're going to have a database, right? We're getting this new database. It's all coming out. And it was like 5 or 6 years. Same thing. Every year you go to a convention, it's like, we're going to have a new database. It's going to be great. And all these things. And it never panned out. So what I did is I built it. I had a few select testers, and, we built it out, and then we wound up going to Supreme Growl. I was, again, a PDD initiate, and I was leading a class on the national floor for the KMA. And the first question that came out after we rolled everything out is, well, when can we have it? And I had the right answer. Tomorrow. It's already there. It's already there. So, and I told him, I said, I actually showed you on the live site, because,
oh wow,
I like I said, I kind of learned from the first part of it, and I'm not going to promise you a lot of things without having something to show you. So we're doing the same thing on League Link. as we started building KMA, obviously, Bob Borka, the national executive director, I've been to a lot of conventions with him, had a lot of chance to sit down and talk with him. And, the things that I'm doing with the KMA were a lot of the things that he would really love to be able to do on the league side of things. But there's just some things about Atlas that don't really allow for those types of forms and everything. So if you're familiar with Atlas, it's a bit more restrictive. It's not really designed for what it's used for. So, we've had a lot of chats back and forth, and it was something where we looked and said, hey, what can we do? Because he wanted to figure it out too. And then, more conversations led to more trying some things out, and, more conversations led to more information coming out about what was actually available. And it turned out that there's it's called an API, or an application programming interface, so that I can actually go into the background of Atlas and pull the information out. So I can actually set it up and restructure it in a way that makes more sense to us.
Question real quick.
Sure.
Zephy. Now we use that for the mod.
Yep.
Is that going to be transferred over as a use for the league?
Is for the league as a whole. I think some people have checked into it, and what I heard was they considered the league too large of an entity to do something like that. Now, one of the things I am putting into it is for like your detachments. Mm-hmm. One of the things we do in our detachment is, because my wife is the paymaster there, we actually send out invoices with the Zephy link so that they can go on and pay their detachment dues that way. Okay, so we can email those links out. Now, League Link, the way I have it programmed right now is that the detachments can do the same thing. So you can put in your dues, your department puts in the department portion of the dues, and then there's a way to email invoices out to your members. If you have a payment link, so if you set up your own Zephy account and do it that way, then you'll get an invoice that says, like for us, it's the total is $40. So it's $5 for the department, 15 for the detachment, and then 20 for the league, right? But when the member gets it, it just shows dues for membership year 26, $40. So as long as the detachments and the departments put in those numbers, they can actually use that system. They can either print out the invoices if they want to, or they can actually just shoot an email to it.
Ah, that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the way I approach what I'm trying to do is, because I presented this in Georgia probably about a month or so ago, and to me, for a detachment officer, I should be able to log into a system, and as soon as I log into it, you should be able to click a button and have a roster. There shouldn't be all these extra steps and stuff that we have to go through. And I understand, I know why the league set it up the way they did to get the roster, and it's important that it's set up that way. However, I don't have to do that, because what my system does is it actually prevents the things they're trying to prevent.
Gotcha.
Okay. So for the way my system is set up, and Carlos has seen this, you log in, if you have detachment permissions and you have a detachment dashboard, there's a green button on the left-hand side that says download roster. And it downloads it. Now, it downloads it in a PDF form. And when I went to Georgia, right after we started presenting it, one of the guys said, can we get Excel? Why do you want Excel? Well, we keep track of next of kin and all these other things that we want to put on the spreadsheet. I'm like, that's not what I want. What I want is one system that you can use to run your detachment, your department, so you're not going back and forth between systems. As soon as you start adding multiple systems, you have data loss.
Yeah.
Right. So what I said is, I'm more than happy to go in and say, I will add next of kin information to it. So that's already been added. So that, again, I want you to have a tool that you can just go in and work with. One of the nice things about that we found on the dog side was, unfortunately, many times you get stuck in the dog robber position until you pass away.
Yikes.
Right. And every one of them has their own system. So when they pass away, there's no way to pick up the information.
Oh,
right.
Okay. So what this will do is, as long as we stay in the system, then you have that pass down year over year. And if anything ever happens, it's a lot easier for the detachment to pick it up and move along with it.
Smart move.
And
the
not
other
have to
thing
start from scratch. Yeah.
The other thing that we found a lot on the dog side was, and I mean, if you were a dog, you understood this. The dog robber was the one that knew everything because they had access to everything. Okay. But so when they passed away, it's like you had no idea. You had no idea if they've been depositing the funds. You had no idea if they were doing any of those things. So what we did with the KMA is every single officer has access. Every pound officer, every pack officer, all the kennel officers all have access and can go back and they can verify that the paperwork is done and that things have been submitted properly. There's tracking. So when the pound sends it up, it says it's at the pack. It's waiting on the pack to do their job.
Oh, wow.
So instead of everybody going up and, because we didn't know in the past, everybody would just call the kennel dog robber or the honorable dog robber. So it was just a lot of information, a lot of phone calls that would go up there, and it takes a lot of time. Now with the link system, we're doing the same thing. Okay. So on Atlas, the paymaster and the commandant have access. On Link, every detachment officer and every department officer can have access. But I made it even easier. Departments can grant access to their detachments.
Oh, look at there. That's cool.
It doesn't have to go up through national. Now, there's some responsibility that goes along with this. Okay, so I've gotten the approval so that we can have all the department officers and detachment officers to have access. If we start having it made to where everybody goes and starts giving everybody access and general members get access, then the league is actually going to tell me to shut that down. Okay, so
now when they have access, can they change information?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you don't like this. This is the thing people don't get right now. Literally, as a member of the league right now, if you know your profile ID and you have an email in the system, you have access to the system. You only have member access. So like on Atlas right now or on the national website, you have to go through that portal so that you can update your information, right? You can do that through Link already.
Right.
Okay, but it restricts what you can do. So part of the problem that they have with Atlas for Bob and JD is that pretty much everything that gets changed has to go through an approval process because they don't want you changing certain information. But with Link, I've locked it down so you can only change the information they want you to change. So it doesn't have to go through that approval process. So literally while I was at Georgia, there was an associate member. She pulled up the phone app and she showed me that her information was wrong. It was just it was a 0 instead of a 6. So handwriting issue, right? On an email. So we went into Link, I changed it and sent it. And of course she looks at her app and it's like, it didn't change. I'm like, you have to refresh it first. So we just did a quick swipe on it, right? And then all of a sudden, all of her information showed up on the app as changed.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things like that I've been granted access to, and it's Bob and I are working pretty close together on it so that I make sure I don't step outside of what they want me to do. But I mean, Bob has sat through, the training classes that I've been given at some of the divisions and departments, and sits back in there. You just kind of listens and watches and things like that. So far, we can do detachment ROIs, department ROIs, notices of death. You can change your email address, phone numbers, all that kind of stuff. You can do dues transmittals. So the dues transmittal form I just got approved this last weekend. So instead of you having to go in and fill out the PDF form of it, on this system, you go in, you put in the profile ID and say you want a renewal. It will calculate all the fees for national, department, and detachment. So all you're doing is putting in a profile ID and going. Now, they allowed me to create a different form that actually, in my opinion, is a little bit easier for national to read. But it's still going to work the same way for right now. So we create that form, but your department can actually download it after they get the fees. So if the department wants to set up a payment link, like in South Carolina, we have a payment link for our dues transmittals, and it mirrors the way National does theirs. But this year, we're probably going to be switching to go to Zephy and then use the new dues transmittal form. And then that way, all that has to happen is the department paymaster will upload that new form with the payment, because the way National tracks it is they have to have both at the same time. So that process will still stay the same, but instead of having the form you would get on the member library, you just be able to save it right out of the link system.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
good.
is this like a one-stop shop? Sounds like a one-stop shop.
Eventually, it's meant to tie everything together.
Wow.
So you should be able to do all of your paperwork on the system. Right now, in my opinion, you have more abilities on Link than what the league would actually want you to be doing in Atlas.
Wow, you have totally kicked butt on this, because it seems to me, I know with Mod how it's helped, KMA has helped on that side of the house, and from what I've seen and heard, it's everything's streamlined and it's so much easier. And seeing it applied to the other side of the house, kudos, great job.
It's one of those. I know early on, Chris Soldano took it and he did something with the dogs up at, I don't remember if it was his convention or one of the growls or something. And I believe there was one of the PNCs that was up there and was talking about, hey, when are we getting this on the league side? And I've heard it a lot back and forth, and it's been something I've wanted to try to do. It's a ton of work.
Yeah.
And right now, like, I haven't charged the kennel a dime for it. And the work I've done so far, I haven't charged the league anything. So far at this point, this has all been a gift, because I don't want people to feel like, I don't want them to feel like they could get burned on it. So I try to make sure that the things are working and we make it work the way people want it. And then when they see the value in it, then they can make their choices from there. But, I've done a lot of travel this year and last year, and, we put a lot of time and effort into this. And my point here is just to make sure that I'm trying to help the league figure out the data so the league will wind up being stronger.
I mean, Jim, I found it to be very user-friendly. You and I were talking just last week, and I thought it was awesome. I had mentioned to him that I needed to do a particular thing with the district vice commandants, and he tells me, we don't have that capability yet. But 3 hours later, he's emailing me, this is what we did, and now you can log on and look, and you can break it down to that. So I was like, all right, it's adaptable, I guess, and very user-friendly. And as the chief commented, it says leaders can see everything at a glance. And that's something that, hasn't been able to be done before. And it just makes it a lot easier. And if everybody's looking at the same thing, then we're all speaking the same language.
Yeah. So, I mean, the one of the things I still have to work out is a lot of the way that the data is stored in Atlas. It's in a couple different places. So I have to verify that we're pulling all that information the right way. Now, some of the stuff that I've been able to find, I've been able to email over to JD and Bob, and there's been a couple anomalies, but they've been on top of making sure that they get those things fixed. There's a lot of different things that I think over time this system will help. The big thing right now is getting the testing and stuff going on, getting some people to go in and play around with it, so that I can figure out, okay, what other features do we want to add? What things can we do, so that people really get a true system that they want that works for the league all the way across. One of the things that I keep hearing is, well, eventually we just want to be able to, for members to pay online nationwide. I don't see that really happening with the league because, California's dues are different than South Carolina's. I know South Carolina, our cost of living is nowhere near California, so we don't want to go up. And I'm sure California's not going to want to go down. So I think in the system right now, I've got a way that they can go in and play around with it, and try different things. Now, one of the things I've set up, and I gave this to Carlos, is there's a playground site. So it's all dummy data. You can go in and you can log in as just a member, a detachment officer, department officer, or district, department, division, national. The only one I don't let you see is super admin.
Dang, the best one.
I know, right?
Well,
yeah.
Yes, and no. So there's a lot of extra stuff on there, and it's some of the things you really just don't want to put out there because then everybody's always going to try to find a way to get around it, right?
Yeah.
But so we have the playground site, and I encourage everybody to go jump on there and play around with it and find it. The link on there for, I think it's called feedback or something like that. General feedback that goes to me. All the other emails go to dummy sandbox accounts. But that one, if you go in and break something, I will see that email. Okay. So highly encourage people to go in and play around with it and see what it does, and tell me, give me feature ideas, things that you want to see it do.
Jim, for those that are maybe listening and don't know, how do they even find the link? Where do they go to look for it?
Yeah. Great idea. So the live one is on the website. It's on the national website. Okay. I'm going to have to publish out the other one, and I don't know if you guys want to do that here, but I can type it in the chat if you want to do it.
Yeah, put it in the chat. We'll put it live. We'll put it in, and so you
I
would
could
have
throw it
to
up on a banner.
Yeah. Member goes on to national website, and then they click on library, and then you'll see the MC link.
It's next to library.
Next to library. Okay, perfect.
Yep. If I could type this evening, it would be helpful. I put it in the private chat because then the comments aren't working really well for me.
Yeah, so, I got it.
Because it wants me to attach a YouTube account, which I didn't do.
Yeah,
so.
It does the same thing to me.
Yeah, so it doesn't let me do the comments one, but the private chat seems to work fine. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea. Go in, break it, do those kinds of things. And as you let me know, then we can build out more features. I eventually want to be able to put awards on there.
Oh, nice.
One of the things I see all the time is, hey, does anybody have the template for this award or that award, or those kinds of things? And I mean, we can kind of set this up eventually to where what they could do is they could go in and put in, I want to award this person this particular award, and click a button and there's all the information there. All you got to do is throw a certificate in the printer and it'll print everything out the right way.
That's a
Dang.
big
Yeah.
The other, right. So the other thing we can do with these things, we don't have to have one roster. We can have a variety of different rosters for different reasons. We can set it up so you can filter membership by different categories, or there's a lot more things I can do with this than we can actually do with Atlas, and it's not going to run the bill up on the league.
Most importantly, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, Bob does a real good job. He's a great steward of the finances for the league, and he's, I've had plenty of conversations with him, and there's certain bills that kind of hurt to write the check for. So it's kind of one of those, this right now isn't adding anything to the league. Eventually, I don't know, maybe next year, depending on what happens, we'll see what happens. It all just depends on how people take to it, what they think of it. And it's like, I know how my mind works, and I try to make it so that, because I'm kind of lazy with certain things, I don't like paperwork. So if it's one of those things that takes a lot of time, I don't want to do it. Like, I mean, the old ROIs or the old dues transmittals used to have to put in the name and the address and all the rest of that kind of stuff. And then the league changed to like, well, the national doesn't want the address changes. Take care of those at the department, but you still got to put them in. It's like, we already got that info. Why don't we just pull it?
Yeah, I think that's the reason why this is going to be so successful, is because it's a lot less time consuming. And if we want to attract younger Marines, who are tech savvy and things like that, I mean, for God's sake, I still have, and no, this is not a knock, but it's the truth. I still have detachment commandant sending me ROIs through snail mail, and I'm like, you couldn't do this through an email, it's so. No. I think this is a game changer. I really do.
Definitely.
It will be, and generally when I sit down and talk to people, everybody starts to get excited about things. Just this last weekend for our convention, one of our detachments, a bunch of older members, and really kind of felt like they were probably going to give me a whole lot of feedback that wasn't positive on it. And the only thing they said was, we need more in-depth training on this. they're like super excited about it. They want more, and they just, so they want me to set up to do more training. One of the things I plan on doing for South Carolina is, by the end of this year, I'm going to pull my detachments and department off of accessing Atlas and make them go through Link. And we're going to do our paperwork through Link this way. And, just
That's
basically
cool.
to show that people can show everybody that it can be done. It just makes it way easier, and it's less time consuming for most people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to make things easier, people are going to want to use it. Even those who we think don't want to use anything techy. If you make it easier and you're hitting this button and that's all there is.
Yeah.
They can't complain.
Well, that's like, being on the dog side, and like, you never get anybody that asks to be a dog robber. but it's starting to happen.
Wow.
That's funny.
It's like, Helen is the kennel dog robber, and obviously she hears more about it than I do, but there's certain people that are just, it's like, I want to play with a system. Can I be a dog robber? Sure. It's a lot. I just try to make it a lot more interesting and a lot more fun, and I don't think I said this earlier, but Commandant Morgan was at my convention this weekend and sat through the class.
Right, that's good.
So it's one of those, I do have the back. Well, I do have support of the league, not necessarily the backing yet, but I do have support to actually work on these things. So they are very aware that I'm doing it, and they're on board with it. So that's what we're trying to do, is just make the paperwork simpler, because the quicker we clean up the data, the easier it is to figure out where the league actually needs to focus with membership and stuff. We did that on the dog side. So, like we looked at the last numbers, and our renewals, we are like 7.25% unrenewed. Only 7.25% of annual dogs didn't renew this past year. And right now the league, I think, is sitting at about 20.
Well, dogs are loyal.
Well, but we got a bunch back because they found out that, they had paid their dues, and, it just didn't get up to national.
Oh,
So
wow.
we actually got a lot of them back, and, it's just, we're a lot more confident in the data right now in the KMA than what we had in the past. And I've added a lot of data that we didn't have in the past, and it's, it's fun for me to go to sit down with people, and they give me ideas, and to see if I could do it. So like Carlos was saying with the districts, we have districts in South Carolina, and for whatever reason, I didn't even think about it. So I didn't add the districts in there, and he said something about it. And because a lot of the data is structured the same way, that's why it was pretty easy to get the districts on board that fast. It's just a different filter.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
It worked really well. I got to be honest. It worked really well. I was able to, and I'm okay with computers, but I'm no tech guy. So for me to be able to sit down, and gave me the instruction and the 5-minute class, and then I was able to, get in and assign and give permissions and all that stuff. I was like, oh, okay. So in terms of user friendly, I can give you the feedback that it is user friendly.
Well, there's a lot of things we thought about when we built it. Is, a lot of people have a different email address for the business they do for the league, and instead of their personal one.
Right.
So what this system allows you to do is actually set up an alternate email. So if you have, for me as the commandant, we have commandant@mcleaguesc.org, and I can go in and put that in an alternate email. Now all the business that comes through Link goes to that email, but the league still has my other personal email. So I don't have to go in and change that information. So you're not trying to change things back and forth when you change offices. You can do that. The signatures are set up so that they're digital, and you set up how you want your name signed, what font you want, and then you set a 6 to 8 digit PIN. So when you sign the forms, it's your profile ID and a PIN number. And some of the officers sign one form a year, right? Next year they're not going to remember, are they? So as long as you go in, and you just, as long as you can get into your account, you can change the PIN number at will. So, it's just, there's a lot of things like that. We don't use passwords. We use email links. So you go in, you put your profile ID in, it shoots you an email.
And you log right in.
Instead of you having to worry about passwords or losing passwords, this email comes in, you click the little black box that says log in, and then it opens up the window and you're in there.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's almost like two-factor authentication without two-factor authentication.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that we thought about, and honestly, a lot of things that I figured out as I played with the Link system. I actually ported it back into the KMA.
Oh.
So, and because I'm building both of them, eventually at some point, I will be able to make them talk to each other, which is also another thing that a lot of people have been wanting, is for things to go back and forth. I've already set up the KMA right now so that when we issue a notice of death, it goes up to the league as well.
That's cool.
We won't have about
Right.
having
Right. Because every dog is obviously a member of the league. You have to be a member of the league to be a dog. Now, the other way, I still have to work on making sure that if I can find the dog and then send it off to the appropriate pounds and pack so that we can do all that stuff. That's a little bit more complicated, but for right now, the dogs can send them up to the league, and it's a one-shot thing.
Wow.
So,
sounds like it's great. Streamlining is a good thing.
Yeah.
This, and it's fun for me because I get invited places, so like I get to go see places I don't normally get to go. So,
well, I'll definitely see you this weekend in PA. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, I'll be sitting around, so I'll have my computer if you got questions or ideas. Those are the things I'm looking for. So, I mean, that's what I do is when I go and I visit all these divisions and departments and stuff. I sit down with people, kind of show them how to work it, get online, and go on from there. And then I learn new ideas and things that we can do. So I do have one thing we did try this year, and we might be testing it out at National, is I'm trying to set up a credential system for National. I've got something working, but it's not. There's some data things that I got to work out, some tweaks.
Not ready to roll out yet.
No, not yet, because it's the biggest problem you have is dual membership. So like when you're a member more than one detachment, and then where the voting rights are and all that kind of stuff, there's just ways that trying to play around with all that I've got to figure out. We did do a little bit of a test on it this weekend in South Carolina. The numbers are close, but not quite right. So there's things like that. There's a lot of things we're trying to do with this to make National's job easier, make department's job easier, detachment's job easier, all these different things. So eventually it'll be a nice, well-rounded project. Now, the big thing everybody always asks is like, okay, when? And right now I do this, I do the KMA, I'm the commandant, I'm on kennel staff. It's like
nobody told you to be that good, man.
there's a lot of things rolling around, and there's a lot of things that I'm involved with. Like Helen said, Honor Dog. I want a driving school down here in South Carolina, so there's a lot of things that I'm involved with right now. But I will tell you that some of the things that I'm doing right now make the development a little bit easier. So, like Carlos was saying, there's a few things that roll out pretty quick. There's other things that take a lot more detail. So, but what we found on the dog side is you get in early before the whole thing is done. It's not a culture shock. You get in there, you get to learn to grow with it instead of, all of a sudden, hey, league says now we're doing this. And you're like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah.
So it's the earlier you get in on it and you start playing with things, then the less of a culture shock it is. And then, you'll find it. And Lisa, who was on here from Georgia, she said it. She's had a couple of dog robbers that would refuse to do it, just refuse to do it, refuse. And then she sat him down and was like, that's it? That's all you got to do? Yeah, that's all you got to do. I don't know why on earth you've been fighting this long. It's
awesome.
It's kind of one of those things you keep hearing, right? How many times have you heard people is like, well, when are we getting an electronic version? Okay, well, now you got an electronic version. No, not that way. I didn't want it that way. I want electronics, but not that way.
A different electronic version.
But okay, so what'd you want? I don't know, just not that. They just want to say something and things like that. So and I get it, and some of it, I'm leaving most of it up to the departments and detachments to get their people on board. Eventually, probably the next month or so in South Carolina, we're going to start doing Zoom training. So I'm going to be getting my people together.
That's cool.
If you're paying attention to our our Facebook page for the department. We'll post those links out there, and anybody, if they want to, they're free to join. If a department or something would like me to set up a Zoom for their department, we can do that too. We just got to figure out a date to do that stuff. So for me, like Erica was saying, I don't like to read that much either. I can do it. I just don't like doing it. So I would much rather sit there and watch somebody do it and play around with it on the playground site while he's doing it, and then it's easy, and you pick it up. So I like it better when somebody's telling me stuff and I can ask questions and those types of things. Normally when I'm reading a manual, my mind goes off on a tangent someplace. It usually has nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be reading and playing around with.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yep. I relate to that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like most of us.
Could be the reason we're all Marines. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
Yeah, well,
be something to it.
We're putting a few things in there that'll make math for Marines obsolete too. So
nice.
You won't even know it.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back and review it.
Maybe that'll help us on what episode it'll be.
Well, my fingers and toes will be thanking you for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Very nice.
Awesome.
What other questions you guys got for me?
Well,
Okay, and I have a question. If you weren't available, you're doing something, you're out somewhere, can we contact Helen? Or she does no?
Depends on for what.
Okay.
So one of the things I really am going to have to do with this, just because there's like 850 something detachments and another 40 something departments. What I'm really going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a team of expert users together that we can do like a group. I don't know. We'll figure out like a probably not a Discord, probably not a Discord because that'll throw people off, but a way that they can contact a users group.
Tech support.
Kind of, yeah. But it'll be a volunteer kind of thing. But
Awesome.
Just people that want to help other people out. But like I've got Colin Mayo in North Carolina is working with me. Lisa Duck in Georgia's working with me. There's a couple others that are kind of going in and playing around with things as we go along. So, but Helen gets in there and works on it. A lot of things that I do, I kind of clear through her to make sure that my techie brain hasn't gone in the wrong direction for some of the more regular people.
Okay, now tell her I was just asking the question. She doesn't need to go and lose my files or anything like that.
Oh no. The hard part is with her being the kennel dog robber, she's got a lot on her plate already. So there's a lot of, you still get a lot of dog robbers calling her with questions and those things. But and so like Helen said, I'm not a paymaster. I've never been a paymaster. So like all these things, it's like a lot of it has been developed just to try to make sure that Helen and I still got time to spend together.
Oh,
Because,
smart.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it had to do with that. I'm one of those husbands always tries to make my wife's job easier.
Aww.
So that way I can aggravate her more outside of that, because I'm sure that happens too.
I understand that part.
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
I had hope.
I'm gonna have to tell my husband about the be nice part, because
it can't all be nice. That would get boring, right?
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, it's that's part of what goes into it, and but yeah, she learns it and she'll figure it out. But I'm going to be working with a few people, and anybody that's really interested and wants to be an expert user in it, then we'll create a forum where people can ask questions and we can walk people through different things. But just like we did on the kennel side of it, when we do like Zoom trainings and stuff, we'll record it so people can go back and look at it and go from there.
Very nice.
Yeah, let's get that Zoom thing going before October, because that's when our department commandant said, "Well, you got to give a class on."
Well, like I said, it's well. There's a couple things that go into it. So, like I said before, I'm open to if you want to set up a Zoom with your department, right? That's fine. The other thing is if people want to bring me in to do a live training, I'm willing to do that. The only thing is I can't pay for hotels and travel everywhere. Right. So I'm not retared in any way, shape, or form. So and I do a lot of travel as it is. And
I'm retired and I can't do that.
So not the money. Right. And I know like some places it's easier. Some places it's easier. There's some funds there that people can use, and that's great. But just something to think about. It's just one of those. I have to kind of schedule it out a little bit in advance. But even with these classes, you'd want to schedule them quite a bit in advance so people can actually rearrange their schedules to attend.
Right.
That's what discretionary funds were made for.
Oh.
Right. And again, it's, you find that a lot of times I find that I get information when I go do the classes, and people feel more comfortable knowing that it's coming from me sometimes as a developer, and that they can ask different questions. Because, if somebody were to ask Carlos a question in a techie way, I don't know if you'd be able to answer it, or that kind of thing.
I would be like, I'll get you the answer.
Yeah. So it's like I said, those are options. I just have to have plenty of time to get things set up. But I mean, I'm willing to travel and go places and teach the class. And for me, it's like Eric was saying, it's easier when it's in person or live at least. Because then you feel like you can ask questions. I do like Zoom because if you don't feel comfortable asking questions, you can ask them in private chats, so they're anonymous.
Wow.
Those types of things. Well, a lot of people don't like asking questions because you feel like it's a dumb question, and not all of them are dumb. It just
not all of them.
I can't say there's no dumb questions. I deal with teenagers in driving school. Okay.
So geez.
They tend to test that theory. Okay. They tend to try it. Right. That whole thing. Don't ask people how stupid they are. They take it as a challenge.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I am still using that one.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it's just one of those. I'm open to it. You just have to work with me a little bit, and we can do those things. I know Louisiana is talking about setting one up. That's the one that surprises me, because when I first started talking about this, my division national vice commandant down here was like, "No, we're not doing that. I'm dead set against that." And then when we were at the convention for Georgia, I just looked at him and said, "Look, complain about it all you want. I don't care, but look at it first. Go into it, see what it does, right? And then tell me what you like, what you don't like."
Yeah, give it a chance, please.
By the time that weekend was done, he was on the floor telling everybody in the department to use it.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Because it's one of his big things is trying to make sure ROIs are correct. Well, when you do ROIs here, it doesn't let you install yourself. So you can't put yourself as the installing officer and be on the ROI. So a lot of those things that the league doesn't want you to do that would make your ROI not valid, there's validations in that don't allow it.
It's not only user friendly, it's user proof.
And it's not user proof yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Don't try and break it.
Not yet. But see, that's all, like Chief said earlier, go in and try to break it, right?
Right.
And that's why, because it's, the more you try to break it, the more I understand how you're going to break it, the more things I can kind of lock down.
Well, that sounds like a challenge right there.
Awesome. Well,
it kind of is. but that's the idea behind it. So we'd like to have people trying it out and figure it out.
Hey, listen, don't blame Jarhead Jabber if it crashes tomorrow, right?
It won't crash tomorrow. It resets every night.
Nice.
The playground resets every night.
Nice.
So it's like
little
1 or 2 o'clock in the morning it'll reset. So
nice.
don't go into it and do something up and then go tomorrow and tell your buddy, hey, look. Oh, wait, where'd it go?
Where'd it go? There we go.
That's a good piece of information, though.
Yes, for sure.
Well, it says it right on the login page. So when you go to it, it's just going to show you the screen, and then you have to hit the login button, and then it actually gives you the profile IDs for the logins, right, for each different level. So, but you have to hit the login screen first, and then it'll take you there. No, Rick, it's not marine proof. I'm sure you're going to find a way to.
Yeah.
I know you're going to try to mess it up just because that's what you like to do.
There you go. Challenge accepted. Well,
There's a reason. There's a reason he has his own patch on the dogs. GEIL.
Nice. It's been good, man. I really appreciate the info, and I'm sure that everybody listening and when the podcast goes out tomorrow to all the different sites and people view it, hopefully it'll get the attention that it needs and start blowing up, and it becomes something more casual that everybody knows about. So thank you for coming on and giving us this information in this class on what's happening in the Marine Corps League.
Thank you. I hope it helps everybody out. So
Great
makes
job.
everybody's job a little easier.
Well, you did fantastic here. So thanks for what you're doing, man. And maybe take it easy every now and again. Take a break. Calm down. Take a break every now and again.
Well, come Wednesday, I've got a 13-hour drive, so that's a little bit of a break.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if you can consider that a break. I don't know.
I can't handle too many emails and websites and stuff like that while I'm driving, so that's a little bit of a break.
Okay. Good point.
That makes
I like
sense.
it.
Instead, I get to road rage, so I get my blood pressure up and clean out all the pipes and everything like that.
That's good. That's good.
Well, some people we can't let have downtime because they get into trouble. So
that's not me. I don't. Well,
Helen,
I get into trouble because I keep accepting more jobs.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what Helen said. He doesn't know how. This is his relaxation.
In some ways it is because, think about it. You're making people happy.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, when you do that, it does. So, you make a lot of people happy. You feel good about yourself. And in the less time, it's one of those things that I feel is going to keep rolling downhill. The less time you have to sit there doing paperwork, the more time you can help your communities.
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's not just going to stop with the people in the detachments and those things. It'll actually filter out into communities and eventually from there on, which that another eventual thing we're going to add is volunteer hour stuff. So you can track all your volunteer hours so that National will wind up getting their stats like they want them.
Right.
And we don't have to go back in 6 months like, crap, what did we do?
What we do, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's huge.
As Commandant, I send that message out. It's like, okay, time for mid-year reports. And you just you can just hear the cuss words flying.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
this
too
way,
good.
Hopefully, we can kind of keep tracking it. And I plan to make it simple. Things like if you do a funeral detail, right? You put in that it's a funeral detail, how many people and how many hours that you were gone. So like if you drove for an hour, the ceremony was an hour, you drove back for an hour, and there were 4 people, you would go and you would say 4 people, 3 hours, and would automatically total those hours for you.
Nice.
Oh, that's what's up.
So instead of you having to go through and math for Marines you as simple as can be. This many people, this many hours that we went, and then it's going to total everything up for you.
Nice.
Wow.
Keep my shoes and socks on longer.
Yeah, and I've been around a few people. You definitely want them to keep shoes and socks on, unless the windows are open.
Good point. Good point.
Awesome. All right.
Well, hey, thanks for doing this, Jim. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. If somebody wants to get in contact with you about this stuff, what's the best way to do it?
Email or let's just leave it at email for right now. So the email is jbreen.mcl@gmail.com.
All right. Let me see if I got that right.
That's it.
All right. There you go. So if you want to contact him, that's his email. Don't send him hate mail. He doesn't need that. But if you have questions, you can hit him up. But yeah, Jim. I love it. Thanks for doing this, man. It's good information. This is stuff that we need to get out to everybody. Things like this is what Jarhead Jabber needs to be here for. So this is good.
Yes.
Yep. So, and we did once Carlos told me, and we started putting it out to the department. Let everybody know we were going to be on here. So, and we'll keep promoting Jarhead Jabber in South Carolina, and just as getting that information out there, like you said. So, yeah,
awesome,
very nice. Well, thank you. Yes, all right, Jim, we're gonna try to wrap this one up, but thanks for coming, man. Been good.
Sure thing.
Great job. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity to actually get this out there.
Absolutely. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
All right. Where'd everybody go? Here we are. All right. Man, that was some good info. Holy moly.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody should watch this one.
Yeah.
Everybody in the league.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's funny because I used to be a big, huge database queen before I moved to Texas. And I mean, I'm looking at what he's saying he's doing. And from the KMA side of the house too, I'm just like, no, I didn't know a thing. He's making life so much easier on so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got nothing when it comes to that.
Yeah. When I logged on and farted around with it a little bit, and I was able to do a lot of things for the department, set it up, give people permissions, put in, and then as I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, the paymaster could submit an ROI, the chaplain could submit the NOD, and all this stuff is all online now. And it's, because, you get the complaint. So I have to do the paperwork, and you're sitting there, you're in front of the computer for an hour or more. That's one of the detriments of being an officer in the league, right? You got to spend a lot of extra time. So this kind of streamlines it, and you can do a bunch of NODs in a matter of minutes, as opposed to, and then once the good thing about it is that once you put in like an ID number, it populates the name on all that good stuff. So, it's like I said, it's user friendly and user proof, all in the same breath. So pretty cool. I'm
gonna go check it out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Click on the link, and it'll send you an email to your email. Then when you go to your email, you click on the link there, and you're right in, and it'll generate your user ID, your profile. And if there's something wrong with your profile or whatever, you can change it yourself. It's pretty good.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Well, what do you say? We wrap this one up?
As much as I hate to see my Knicks logo behind me go to bed tonight, I think it's time.
My stomach's telling me it's dinner time.
You know what? The New York Knicks won. If everybody didn't get that from this podcast, just know that they won. So how long was it you said you waited?
50 years?
53 years.
53 years he's waited for this. Patient man. Very patient.
My whole life.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. I thank you both for coming on and doing this too. I know you guys don't have to do this, and I just appreciate you guys. So
We like hanging out.
Likewise. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't care what Jim says about either one of you. So in my book, you guys are all right.
I've heard worse.
Nice.
All right, man. Well, to everybody out there, hey, I ended the same way as I do on every podcast I do. But if you're out there and you're struggling, you need help, anything like that, don't forget that the VA does have some good resources. You can always dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255 or go to veteranscrisisline.net, click on that chat icon. Any of those options will put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life loss is one too many. I care about you. Everybody here cares about you. The whole veteran community cares about you. So please reach out for help. And if you're out there, you're not struggling, reach out to a buddy you serve with, ask them how they're doing. If they need that helping hand, please give it to them. All right. There was a couple of comments that came up and I didn't see them. Semper Fi, good evening. I like it. And I am a Cubs fan. I know about waiting.
I was going to say something, but I didn't.
That's good. That's good. Well, hey, thank you too. It's been a good show. Thanks for doing this. And then we'll see you on what, number 12?
Number
Yes.
12.
Yeah, we'll
Number
see you.
12.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Guys, have a
thanks
great
again.
month.
What's that?
Have a great month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You as well. You as well. Yeah. All right. Well, to everybody, stay motivated.
And change your socks.
Smile.
No more 22. On to the journey and finish the fight.